Hi Aquarius, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am Miz Olette and I am here with your December stars and cards for 2020. This is a general reading. I know I've been forgetting to say that for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Aquarius. So if you're finding that it's not resonating with you, go ahead and check your other signs. Check your birth chart if you haven't yet. You can do so on cafeastrology.com. I'll try to leave a link below if I remember. I just have to go back and do it. But Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the end of the year. This is your December stars, so let's get into it. Also, I'd like to say thank you for my new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers, and every one of you count, and I appreciate every single one of you. So let's get into your stars for the month of December. So on December 2nd, Mercury enters Sagittarius, which is your 11th house, and it's also joining the sun. So your 11th house is about your friends, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. And with Mercury coming in here, it changes the focus to your hopes, wishes, and dreams for the future. You also start to communicate your desires to friends, or friends will start communicating their wants and wishes and dreams to you. You might have like-minded people start to enter your life at this time. So let people come and go. You're meeting new friends. You might even run into some old ones, but this is what's supposed to happen during this time. And you'll see the trend is that all the planets are stacking up in your 11th house. So this house is really affecting you this month and for the next 6 to 12 months with the solar eclipse being there. So plan your next move. Communication is key, and you're thinking about what or who you need to let go of. So like I said, if there's people that are in your life that are not on your vibration, you're not really feeling their vibe, you're not really feeling that shit, let them go, Aquarius, okay? I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of my tea today. I'm drinking my lifted tea combo, so if you're interested in knowing what that is, go ahead and look in the description box below. You'll see the link to my combo. On December 14th, we've got the solar eclipse in Sagittarius, which again is your 11th house. So, like I said, this energy for the solar eclipse, you could probably feel it 30 days before it happened, but you'll really feel it for the next 6 to 12 months. So set the intention when it comes to your hopes, your wishes, and your dreams. What do you really want, Aquarius? And this is a time for you to dream big, okay? But I wrote here, it's time to come together with like-minded others to create a new reality. This encourages you to be more sociable and spend less time alone. So if you've been a hermit, Aquarius, those days are about to be over, at least for the next 6 months to a year. Make new friends, join new groups that share a common purpose, set intentions, know what you want, break free, Aquarius, and do something different, because as of 2021, you will go in a new direction when it comes to your life, your wishes, your hopes, and your dreams, because the people that will come in will be the people that can help you move on into the life that you've always dreamed of. All right, on December 16th, we've got Venus going into Sagittarius, this 11th house as well. So as you can see, the trend is everything's stacking up in Sagittarius. So this energy is very potent, and with the solar eclipse there, it's like, bang, things change, all right? And it might not change this month for you, but you'll start to see the trend during the next 12 months coming up in 2021. So when Venus is here, this is a great time for new friends and also your higher purpose. Sagittarius rules your higher purpose. It really rules the ninth house, which the ninth house is all about higher mind, higher learning, higher purpose. So you might decide that you're going to learn something new, or the friends that come in are going to teach you something new. So just be open to learning something. A friend can turn into a lover at this time, and you will definitely find and meet your tribe of like minds. Harmony in existing relationships. So whenever Venus is in this house of others, you'll find that others are very magnetic, charming, and attractive. They might even find you magnetic, charming, and attractive, but in a friendly way. On December 17th, we've got Saturn moving into Aquarius, which is your first house, and this hasn't happened for 29 years, since 1992. That actually is 28 years, sorry. So 91 to 92 is when it actually happened. So This time it's meeting in an air sign in Aquarius. So this is going to make you be a lot more, what's the word? Stern. You know, Saturn comes into your sign to teach you lessons. It's the great teacher. So I wrote here it's going to increase your personal responsibility. Your health is going to improve, and you'll pay more attention to detail at this time, because like I said, Saturn is that stern teacher that comes in and he says, okay, this is what we got to clean up in our life, especially in our first house. Everything is going to affect you personally, Aquarius. This energy is going to last for 2.5 years, so I'll be here to talk about it on a monthly basis. All right. The challenge will be managing your time and energy over the next 2 years, because Saturn makes you more disciplined, and you have to plan and create structures around what you really want. Like, this is not the time to go willy nilly with no plan. You will have to sit down and say, hey, this is my plan for the next 30 days, the next 90 days, the next 4 quarters, the next year, the next 3 years, the next 5 years. Because if you're able to do this now, this energy lasts you for the next 28 years of your life. So it's a really important time for you, Aquarius. And on December 18th, we've got Jupiter entering Aquarius as well. So this is your first house, and this is the first time in 800 years that Jupiter and Saturn have met in an air sign. For the past 800 years, they've been in earth signs, and earth energy for an air sign is kind of heavy energy, because it's trying to ground you. It's telling you to focus on what we can hold, like tangible things. But in an air sign, it's giving you freedom. So Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius form a great conjunction. So this is going to give you the freedom. I wrote here that this energy helps you dream bigger than you ever have before, Aquarius. Prioritize your pleasure. It helps you bring more joy into your life. And a lot of times Jupiter expands whatever it touches. So in your first house, it could expand your waistline. So be careful if you're one of those people who like to eat, or not even just like to eat, who like to eat comfort foods, or foods that you know are not the best for you. That's why I said Saturn's going to come in and help you with those health matters, help you figure out what's best for you as far as nutrients, so you can have a plan even around your health, okay? But Jupiter is going to expand you in ways that you've never even thought that could expand. So I wrote here, you may change your look, your perspective will definitely change. You could start a creative project, or plan, or take a trip. So these planets, like I said, in your first house are pushing you in a new direction, Aquarius. It is time for change. If you've never believed that in your life, now's the time to believe that things can change in a good way for you. All right, the energies are stacking up and lining up for you. So on December 21st, that's the winter solstice, we've got the sun moving into Capricorn, and we've also got Mercury moving into Capricorn. So this is a time to release old thoughts and beliefs about yourself. Your 12th house is a subconscious inner house. And so when we go inside, that's when we reprogram the things that were programmed previously. So if you grew up in a home where you had abusive parents who used to say negative things to you, this is a time when those negative things will come to the surface, so that you can destroy the beliefs, cut it out, and reprogram yourself and start saying those affirmations, because you're going to need them this month. I'm loving, I'm lovable, I deserve love, I'm worthy of love. It's really about working on yourself. In the 12th house, you'll feel like you need to rest and relax. And the reason why is because Spirit is trying to download the messages that you need to move forward in your first house. Once everything moves to your first house in Aquarius next month, I'll be here to talk about it at the end of January. But anyway, let go of fear, reprogram your mind, set intentions. This is a great time for yoga, meditation, and journaling. And I also know an Aquarius that is doing yoga classes pretty much every day. I told her I would join her, and I know that I'm definitely going to join her this week. I've just been waiting for the cash flow to come in, and it's finally coming for me. So thank you for everybody that's donated. Thank you for everybody who scheduled a reading this year. Thank you for everybody who supported me and my channel this year. I really, really appreciate you. But this is about thinking about what you want, Aquarius. Like, you have to get real clear on what it is you want in order for the universe to give it to you. So this time, while you've got some 12th house energy, you need to sit down, write your intentions, write your plan, and work your plan. All right. When the sun enters, like I wrote, continue your spiritual practices. So the sun is going into Capricorn on the 21st with Mercury. What is no longer serving you, you need to release it. Focus on what you want to bring in your life because there's major change on the horizon. Okay. On December 30th, we've got the full moon in Cancer. So, Cancer is your sixth house, Aquarius, and the sixth house is all about your work, your daily routine, your career, your health habits. And so, this is shining a light on your health. Listen to your body and make the necessary changes, whether it's diet, nutrition, exercise, more rest, drinking more water. Only you know what it is, Aquarius, right? As far as your job goes, you may be ready to break free and do something else. You might be sick of a daily routine that you've done for a long time, and this is the time when you're going to break free. So, the end of the year ends with that full moon in Cancer. Cancer also rules feminine energy. It could be emotions around your mother, around a sister, just a feminine energy. It also rules real estate, moving, your stability, your security. So anything could shake up around that time regarding Cancer or the sixth house. But I wrote for you, this is really going to be about getting your health routine together and your daily routine together. As far as your work, you might decide that you're done with doing whatever you've been doing and you want to move on, right? So let's get into your yes or no question. Think of a question where the answer is yes or no. And I'm going to pull a rune from the Book of Runes by Ralph H. Bloom. I know I haven't been showing this, but I need to start showing my tools. And if the rune is upright, your answer is yes. If the rune is reversed, your answer is no. I'm also going to read you the rune message and tie it in with the astrology and with your tarot reading. So go ahead and think of a question, Aquarius. This is my trusty bag of runes here. Are you ready? All right, let's pull the rune for Aquarius. What messages do we need to know for Aquarius for December of 2020? What messages, what is the answer to the yes or no question? And what messages do they need to know for December of 2020? So I have one that's trying to stick in my hand. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it. Let's see. All right. So we have got this little F here, and I want to say I got this for Capricorn as well. This is the possessions rune. So your answer is yes, since the rune is upright. So let's go ahead and read what possessions is all about. It's on page 113. So 113 could be a number for you that you need to look up. Alrighty, so on page 113, we have got possessions, nourishment, cattle. So Fehu, which is the name of this rune, Fehu, is a rune of fulfillment, ambition satisfied, love shared, rewards received. It promises nourishment from the most worldly to the sacred and the divine. For it is the ancient principle, as above, so below. That's why I said it's very important for you to get clarity on what you really want this year, because when blessings go up, when prayers go up, blessings come down, right? So as above, so below. This holds true. Then we are also here to nourish God. The rune calls for a deep probing of the meaning of profit and gain in your life. Look with care to know whether it is wealth and possessions you require for your well-being, or rather self-rule and the growth of a will. So the sixth house also rules your well-being, your mental health. All of these systems are coming together to give you what you really want, Aquarius, but only if you are ready and if you are clear on what you want. Like if you're still going back and forth on what you want, you'll get those same results of like, oh, I kind of got this, but I don't really want it. Let me throw this out. Oh, something's coming in, but it's not really what I want. You'll keep getting that if you don't write down what you really want. Make a vision board that shows what you really want and look at it every day. Pray for it every day. That's the energy that I'm giving you here with Fehu. It says another concern of Fehu is to conserve what has already been gained. This rune urges vigilance and continual mindfulness, especially in times of good fortune, and it is then you are likely to collapse yourself into success on one hand or behave recklessly on the other. So like I said, going back and forth, not really knowing what you want, you gotta get clear. If you haven't read Ask and It Is Given, you can find it on YouTube. At least start to listen to the book so that way you know the principles. You know why you came here. You came here for this. You deserve everything that you get, regardless of if you ask for it or not. Because in the asking is where we get what we want. So you've got to ask for what you want. So read that book, Asking It Is Given by Jerry and Esther Hicks. Okay, it's one of my favorite books. Okay, let's see. Enjoy your good fortune and remember to share it, for the mark of well-nourished self is the ability and wellness to nourish others. So that's what I'm saying, Aquarius. Other people are starting to come into your life, and they're going to help nourish you, and you're going to help nourish them, and it'll be like a give, a win-win. That type of energy is really coming into your life if you allow it. So let's get into your tarot message. I'm going to go ahead and use Miss Cleo's tarot power deck this month. It's one of my favorite decks. So let's see, for Aquarius, what messages do we need to know for December 2020 for Aquarius? Alrighty, Aquarius, what messages do we need to know for December 2020 for my lovely Aquarius? We've got cards falling out like in chunks. Aquarius, December 2020, what messages do we need to know? So there's cards falling out. What I usually do is pull them, and if they come back, I will let you know that they came back. Alrighty, because if they come back, that means the message is really for you. Alrighty, Aquarius, let me go ahead and cut the cards. Oops. Alrighty, on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Swords, which does represent air signs. The Ace of Swords is about knowing what you want and going for it, pretty much speaking it into existence. This could also be cutting words, but I really feel like something new is starting for us, for air signs. I say us, I'm a Libra, I'm an air sign, but something new is starting for you, Aquarius, and it's going to be dealing with your mind, how you think about things, how you speak about things. Like, you really got to speak things into existence in your life. So that's what's coming for you. That's the energy surrounding this reading. All right, the first card out of the deck is the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups represents water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and this could also be the King of Cups too, but the Queen of Cups is the ultimate nurturing mother, somebody who is looking for real true love, or who has that in their life. They know the value of true love, and so this could be you or somebody that you're dealing with right now. It could be your mother. So let's go ahead and see what else we got for you. Alrighty, what's crossing you is the Page of Swords. So when it's crossing, the Page of Swords is like this. So this is somebody with reckless energy, an air sign, right? Air sign, Aquarius, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It could be that somebody is spying on you. It could be like somebody is talking shit about you. It could be just somebody is stuck in one place. They want to move, but they can't. But it's a childish energy. Somebody is acting very childish and immature. And like I said, they could be spying on you, stalking you, following your every move. So if you're dealing with somebody like this, or if this is you, we're going to find out here in just a second, though. You need to watch it. Watch yourself. Make sure you take different routes on your way to work. Make sure that you're not posting stuff on social media that you don't want people to see, because it could be that somebody's stalking your social media. At the bottom of the reading, we've got the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is all about happy home, happy life, happy wife. It's about that home security and stability at home. So this is something that you guys have been working on for a while. And I believe that you finally have achieved it, some kind of happiness at home. Okay, and it could be that you're about to get married, maybe you got engaged, but there's some happiness around family. And it's also December, so everybody's getting together for Christmas. Hopefully you guys are being safe and all that, but it just looks like there's some happiness at home. And in the past, you have the Three of Wands here. So the Three of Wands is all about waiting for your ships to come in. It's like On this card, it's like he's got the victory because he can see it coming in. Look at those ships, and then the sun is rising. It's like you're waiting on happiness. This is a past action, so you were waiting on something, but I believe it came in because you went from the 3 in the past to the 4. That's the foundation. Alrighty, so I really feel like you were waiting for something to come, and now it's finally here. At the top of the reading, we've got the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is all about becoming the student, learning something new that can help bring in the coin. So like I said, you've got planets, major planets coming into your first house. So it could be that you're taking a skill that you already know and you're using it for the first time. This card is about the teacher becoming the student. So maybe you know you have a lot of knowledge, you have something, but there's something new that you have to learn. Like, for example, just say that I'll just use my friend who's a yoga instructor, and if she's watching, sorry, I don't mean to use you as my example, but at the same time I do. Like, she's been doing something for a very long time that she's very, very good at, but now learning to market, to bring in the money, learning how to put yourself out there more so that you can monetize your talents, gifts, and abilities. That's what the Page of Coins is all about. Monetizing your skills, your gifts, your ability. The teacher becomes the student. Okay? And what is coming is the Knight of Swords. So this is Aquarian, Libra, and Gemini energy. You could be dealing with somebody like this, or this could be you. But this card is all about rushing in to tell somebody something, rushing in with a message. Or somebody could be rushing into you, trying to tell you something, trying to bring you something. That's why I say your friends are really going to be instrumental to you this year. And you might be in a rush, so let's see if you need to slow down. Let me see how you're perceiving things right now. So how you're perceiving things right now is the Nine of Swords, which there could be some anxiety, a little bit of depression, because things are changing. Like, you are on the horizon of great change. And so for the Nine of Swords to come in about how you feel about things, it doesn't really surprise me, because it means that things are changing. And Aquarius, you're a fixed sign. You don't deal well with change, right? And that's why I said, for the changes that you really want, you've got to get clear on what you want. So this is causing anxiety because you're not clear on what you want. So I want you to sit down and get clear on what you want. Slow down. So this Knight of Swords energy, I'm going to tell you to slow down. Take some time out, at least 15 to 20 minutes every day, and write down what you really want to see happen in 2021. Because it can happen. Jupiter will be in your sign for a year and a half, and maybe a year and some change, maybe not the whole year and a half. But Saturn's going to be there drilling it in for 2.5 years. So you've got to get clear on what you want, because you're seeing it in a depressed way that things are changing, but they're changing for your better. And how people are seeing you is the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is all about walking away from a situation that is no longer serving you. So maybe, like I said, maybe a friend has left the building or you left them, but they're seeing that you're walking away because you want something better. And sometimes the Eight of Cups is about walking away with an attitude too. So like I said, this could be you or somebody that you're dealing with. And the cups represent days. So this could have happened 8 days ago. This could have be happening, 8 days from now. But it just looks like you're kind of sad, or you have some kind of feeling about walking away from what you had to walk away from. It could have been a job, person, place, or thing, but you have left the building, Aquarius. And what you really want, your hopes and fears, you got the Nine of Staffs, which is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is my wounded warrior. It's like you've been through so much. You're tired of fighting. You don't want to fight anymore. But if you are tested, you will fight. And that's what the Nine of Wands is all about. And this could be you or somebody that you're dealing with. Maybe somebody in your friend group or in your home feels like this, like they're just tired, like sick and tired of things changing. And the only way you're going to fix that is to get the changes that you want. You've got to get it clear in your mind. You've got to see it in your mind's eye, and you got to feel it in your heart what you really want. Okay, that's why I said get asking, it is given, and it's on YouTube. You can start listening to it at night, and it will change your life. I promise you. And the last card we've got here is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess it represents too. So could be something could be happening in February of next year, but it also represents your intuition, following what you already know, going with what you know, Aquarius. Like, you know what's best. um, and the High Priestess also knows secrets, wisdom, all that. So you might be keeping what you know a secret, keeping it inside, but you know that you have to move forward on the things that you know. So that's why it's like you left the situation, but you know it's for your good, for your highest good too, for things to come in. This could also represent a woman that you're dealing with, or somebody that you like that maybe doesn't know you like them yet, or take it how it resonates, okay? But I really feel like this is your intuition trying to download into you so it can say, hey, Aquarius, you're worth it, you're worthy, you're deserving. Just believe in yourself, because things are going to change for the better if you believe. You have to believe right now, Aquarius, okay? That's what I got for your cards. Let's get into the Who Loves You Baby segment, because I didn't really see a lot of love cards other than the Queen of Cups. That's why it could be you. You could be really emotional about these changes that are happening right now, and somebody's watching you go through these changes, and you're just like feeling a little bit down and depressed about it. But pick yourself up, Aquarius. Pick yourself up, all right? Let's see who's loving you, baby, for the month of December 2020. Oh, I'm using the Sexual Magic Tarot Mini just in case you are interested. I have the links to all the cards that I use. You can find those below. And if you decide you want to purchase one of the cards, one of the decks that I use, you can use the Amazon affiliate link that I have provided for you. Just know that I do get a small commission from Amazon if you decide to use it. But I appreciate you using those links because they help support the channel. So who is loving my Aquarius for the month of December 2020? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Ancestors. What messages do I need to know for Aquarius? There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Alrighty, the first card that came out is the Death card. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but honestly, I just feel like this is about change and transformation. So everything is changing in your life, even your love life. I'm trying to get this card to come in clear. Yeah, but the Death card is about rebirth, transformation. It's about life, starting a new life. So maybe whoever you loving or whoever loves you is going through a major change. I really feel like it's you though, Aquarius. I really do. And then we've got the Temperance card. And the Temperance card usually represents Sagittarius and sometimes Aquarius due to the water that she's pouring into the cups. And Aquarius, as you know, you're represented by the water barrier. But the Temperance card is all about healing. Because something died, now you've got to go inside and heal and get that healing that you need in order to move forward. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or this could be you, Aquarius. You're just going through a healing period right now because you're dealing with so much change, right? Then we've got the Eight of Wands here. So the Eight of Wands also represents the fire signs, but it represents communication coming in fast. So somebody new wants to communicate with you, or you really want to communicate to somebody else. But like I said, I don't really see love here for you. I just see change, healing. So you could have put an end to a relationship, or maybe a new phase of your relationship is starting because you're going through a rebirth. And so the Temperance comes in and says, hey, be patient and let us heal your heart so that way you can move forward with exuberance, because the Eight of Wands is a card of movement. So things start to move forward once you get the healing that you need. All right, let's just double check with the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. So let's see what messages we need for Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. Consider joining me as a patron on buymeacoffee.com. Buy Me a Coffee is not as convoluted as Patreon. Like, there's a lot of creators on Patreon that never even get anything going. And I do have a Patreon account. I just haven't put anything on it because as soon as I found Buy Me a Coffee, I was like, hey, this is more what I want to do. You're able to sell digital products there, like tutorials and that type of thing. And also, buying me a coffee is only $5, so you would only donate $5 one time if you would like to. I truly appreciate you. So Aquarius, what messages do we need to know for Aquarius? There's one that flew out. Aquarius, December of 2020. There's two. Aquarius, what messages do we need to know in love for December of 2020? One more card, please, Spirit. Ooh, it was like 20 cards that flew out. We're not going to take all these cards. We're going to ask again. What messages do we need to know for Aquarius? There we go. So Aquarius, your first card that flew out is healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So like I said, with the 12th house energy that's going on in your chart, in your astrology chart, it's time for you to heal, forgive your parents, forgive them. They did the best that they could with what they had. So it's time for you to forgive them, so that way it helps you forgive yourself. Then you can move on as a whole person instead of a broken person. Like a lot of people are walking around broken because they haven't healed and forgiven what happened in their childhood. So this is saying heal your family issues, okay? Which makes sense. Very soon, clearly decide what you want to see, and it will come as a Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Sorry. So very soon, like I said, something is trying to come into your life, Aquarius, but you have to be clear on what it is. I've already said that, right? Get clarity while you have planets in your 12th house on what you really want so that it can come to you. All right? So heal yourself. Get clear on what you want. And then we've got playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So it's time for you to play and have more fun, which Jupiter coming into your first house is saying that. It's time for it will bring more joy and pleasure into your life. You just have to prioritize your pleasure now, because a lot of Aquarius that I know, they're about work, 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 work. But I'm telling you, at the end of the month, when you get that full moon in Cancer, work is about to change. There's a change or adjustment that needs to happen in work so that you can bring more play into your life. All right? I'm loving this message for you so far, Aquarius. Let's get into your spirit message. And for your spirit message, I use the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. I really love this deck. So let's get into it. All right. And also, Aquarius, I'm helping people lose weight. There's a product that I use. It's not a miracle product. There's no such thing as a magic pill, right? And so the product that I've used for almost more than 20 years. And I love it. I know that it works for me, and I believe it will work for you too. So if you're looking for something, you've been looking for something, you're willing to try something new, you can try it free for 30 days. Well, not free, you pay for it. And if you don't like it, if it doesn't work for you, then you can have your money back in 30 days, 30-day money back guarantee. Sorry, I've been like all over the place trying to ground myself this month, but the energy is too strong. It keeps making me a little bit flighty. And if you want to know, I'm a Libra sun. I have a Gemini moon, and I also have a Cancer rising. So I'm a little bit of an airy fairy. All right, so what do we need to know for Aquarius for the month of December 2020? Aquarius, December 2020. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, Ancestors. What messages do we need to know for Aquarius for the month of December 2020? There's two that fell out, and one more, please, Spirit. There we go. Alrighty. And like the cards are kind of sticking together, so you could be feeling like you are having some sticky situations, right? Alright, so the first card out is the Ace of Wands, which in this deck is called New Vitality. So the aces are all about starting something new, a passionate new beginning, giving you new vitality. So I feel like once Jupiter hits your sign on the 18th, you will have a new vitality towards what you want to go, where you want to go and what you want to do. But know that you can do whatever you want to do in this world, Aquarius. There's nothing limiting you other than your own limiting thoughts. And that's why during the time when the Sun and Mercury are in your 12th house, you are going to be getting some rest so that you can have this new vitality, right? I love that for you. Alrighty, and then we've got the Five of Wands, which in this one says challenging times. And I only believe that you're getting this too because you don't like change, Aquarius. You're a fixed signs, and the fixed signs really have a hard time going through the changes. That's why I feel like you are a little bit anxious, a little bit depressed, which is normal, especially around Christmas time. So that's why I invite you to meditate and do some yoga. My friend, her name is Paige. I'm going to post her link down in the description box so that way you guys can go do yoga with Paige. And I'm definitely going to be doing it this weekend with her on Sunday. But you're going through some challenging times because you're going through changes. And like I said, fixed signs don't like change. The Five of Wands usually represents conflict, competition, challenges. So you could be experiencing that from other people. But your friends and like-minded people are going to start to come into your life. So just know that. Keep the faith, all right? And then here we go with the Temperance card again. So in this deck, it's called Balance, but this is the Temperance card that we just got in the Who Loves You Baby segment. So you're charged with bringing balance to your life, balancing out your work, balancing out your diet, balancing out your love life. You're bringing balance and healing into your life so that you can move forward. Like everything that's happening is to balance you out. Like you just have to trust the process, trust the journey, and enjoy the journey. Have fun. Remember to play. Like if you start to feel a little bit stuck and serious like this because Saturn coming in your sign is going to make you really serious, then you have got to play. You've got to prioritize your play and also start to plan out your life so that you can get out of this challenging time. Alrighty? So that's your spirit message for the month. Let's get into your Enchanted Map Oracle message by Colette Baron Reed. This is one of my favorite oracles. I still haven't found an oracle that I like better. I love Kuan Yin as well, but this oracle is the truth, I'm telling you. So this is your final message, Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching the video in its entirety. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And make sure that you comment. If something is resonating with you, go ahead and comment below and let me know. And I will answer your comments back. And I really appreciate it because that helps this channel grow. That helps our community grow. And it helps me continue to do what I do here. Alrighty. So, Aquarius, what messages do we need to know for the month of December 2020? Aquarius, there's one that flew out. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Aquarius, Aquarius, December 2020. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, Angels. What messages do we need to know for Aquarius for the month of December 2020? December 2020 for Aquarius. The cards are being a little secretive, like, wait. All right. December 2020 for Aquarius. Two more cards, please, Spirit. They all wanted to flip out, but I'm going to take that one. And I've got two here, so we're going to go ahead and take these four cards for you, Aquarius. The first card out was Dry Desert. So look at this. Look at this card. It's one person walking in the desert. So what this could mean for you, Aquarius, is that you're learning to adapt to the changes that you're going to be going through. And at first, it might feel a little bit dry. Take that how it resonates. It may feel like nothing is happening. But just know that you're moving into a new direction. And it feels dry because nobody can go with you. Like, this is what you have to do on your own in order to get what you want. All right? But just like this woman, you will adapt to the changes that come into your life. I promise you. The second card that came out is Protecting the Treasure. So you will find yourself trying to gain that fortune that you've been looking for and also protecting it. So some of you guys could be learning how to do different financial things, like there's Forex trading, all the stocks and stuff, Bitcoin, whatever that you have already got, you're protecting it now. And that also came up in the Rune Message with possessions. Like whatever you have of value right now, you're protecting it. You're keeping it safe. All right? You're keeping it under lock and key. Even though you're doing things alone, you're protecting what means the most to you. Okay? We also got Slow and Steady here. So slow and steady wins the race, right? So that's why I said Saturn's going to be in your first sign for the next 2.5 years. And you're going to feel like you're making progress slowly. But that's how Saturn works. Saturn never blesses your sign until it leaves your sign. It makes you do the hard work. It makes you structure your life. It makes you do that. So that way, when it leaves, then the structure is in place and can last for the next 28 to 29 years. So slow and steady wins the race. I'm just saying, don't try to rush through. Like, remember when we had the Knight of Swords and I was like, okay, this could be somebody rushing into you. Are you trying to rush? It could be you rushing through things, because as an air sign, we are very smart. We have a lot of knowledge and we're fast. We like to do things very fast. This is going to slow you down. Saturn's going to slow you down a little bit. So just look forward to that. Just know that time is on your side, Aquarius, all right? And what you're meant to do and what you're meant to have will not pass you by. It will not pass you by, but you're going to have to do the work in order to keep it this time, all right? And then we've got Talisman that fell out. So Talisman is all about, you already have the knowledge, you already have the skills, you just have to follow the path. Look, the path is laid out before you. And so slowly you're going to be going along this path, using your talents, your skills, your ability to get what you really need and want in your life. So I really like that message for you, Aquarius. So thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for joining me on buymeacoffee.com. Make sure you look at all the links below. Also, if you haven't heard about Current Card, so I put down below that you can use my link to get a current card. Basically, it's a real checking account that is an app on your phone. Kind of like Cash App, but it's different because you can actually deposit cash and checks into it like a real bank account. So if you click on my link and you use my link, we both get $1 in our account. So I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and check it out. It's free to sign up. It's free to get the card, and the card's really cool and cute. I'll have to show it to you the next time around. So thank you for watching. I love you, Aquarius, and make sure that you open your heart, open your mind, because change is coming into your life. Peace and namaste.